But the most memorable moment was really the 1969 Thanksgiving game when I was the line coach for our team. And it was a game in which Loyola had to beat us to be the champion, and of course Turkey Bowl being as important as it is. We thought we were doing very well as our Calvert Hall team was out in front 14-0 at the end of the first half. But lo and behold, Loyola came roaring back. They made the score 14-14. And we thought it was going to end as a tie, but with 30 seconds left, we recovered a ball, and it was our opportunity with one play left. There was 4 seconds on the clock, but we had about 50 yards to go. Now, we had a great field goal kicker, but he had been sitting on the bench the whole game. The whole second half. So we didn't think there'd be much opportunity for that. But our head coach, Coach Carloza, he stopped, called a timeout with 4 seconds to go. We had the ball. He looked around, and he yelled, "Marsiglia, Marsiglia!" And we knew, of course, that meant our field goal kicker. And a little sheepish voice came and said, "Coach, are you calling me? Are you calling my name?" And Phil came from behind these players, because he was behind these big tackles. He had his helmet in his hand. He wasn't even expecting to go in the game. He'd been sitting on the bench for the last 30 minutes. And Coach Carlos took Phil by the arm. He had a cigarette. Coach had a cigarette in his hand and Phil in the other, and I was standing right beside both of them. And he whispered to Phil. He said, "Phil, you're going to go into this game, and you're going to kick this field goal, and we're going to win this game." Now, Phil still didn't have his helmet on, and he still didn't believe he was going into the game. And he paused for about 2 seconds. He looked right at Coach Carloza. He looked down the field at the goalpost. He said, "Coach, are you crazy? That's almost 50 yards. Coach Carloza, being a man of utter confidence, spoke again very quietly. He said, "Phil, I know it's 50 yards, but you can do it. Go in the game." So Phil trotted on the field. He's putting on his helmet. The kicking coach yelled, "Marsiglia, Marsiglia," and Phil said, "Yes, coach." He was speaking to his line coach, David Shannon, to his kicking coach, David Shannon. He said, "Yes, coach, I know. Keep my head down, because if a kicker pulls his head up, he'll pull the ball, not kick it through the posts." So the whole stadium stands up now. The timeout is over. There's 4 seconds left. This is the last play. This is it. We make it, we win. We don't, it's just going to be a tie game. 4 seconds. The snap goes off. 3 seconds. The ball's high. So our holder, Phil Popovic, caught this high snap. He brought it down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and Phil Marsiglia takes 2 good hard steps, kicks that ball like a rocket, and that is taking off straight up in the air and as straight as can be. 2 seconds, 1 second. It has no time left on the clock, and it went right on through over 50 yards. And that official at the other end of the field, he threw his body up in the air and threw his arms up in the air, signaling that the kick was good. We had won 17-14.